Do you have any idea what's being said about your business online? If the answer is no, you're going to want to take a look at this video and how some reputation management software can really help your business out and know what's being said about you at all times online. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you'll stay up to date on all the latest videos that we put out geared towards helping the small business community. So let's get into it. I'm going to walk you through the reputation management software and give you an idea on how it's helping businesses all over the country. So I'm just going to use a test account. So the information pulled won't be real, but you'll get an understanding on how it can be used. So when we log in here, we have a couple different things on the sidebar. The first thing is the overview. So if this were a real business, number one, it would pull in all of the reviews from all over the internet into one place. So Facebook, Google, Yelp, TripAdvisor, whatever's out there. If you have a review on it, we're going to pull it in for you. And it's going to show you as well the top review sites. So you'll be able to see what your top review sites are. For example, Facebook, you might have 1,000 reviews. Google, you might have 500. Yelp, you might have 300. And so that's just going to give you an idea on right now what your top sites are in terms of using that information. You can maybe focus on some of the sites where you don't have as many reviews and try and elevate that as well. And then we go into the listing accuracy. And if you don't know what listings are, we have a video that shows you exactly what listings are and what that means for your business. But basically it means all of the sites on the internet, whether, again, it's Yelp, Facebook, if you're a restaurant, things like Zomato, Urban Spoon, Open Table, all these sites out there, and whether they have your correct information or not. You'd be surprised at how many don't. Or if you change addresses, you change your phone number, you change your website. There's so many websites out there that grab this information and it could be incorrect. So this is going to show you, for example, based on what type of business you are, whether you're a restaurant or a landscaper or a plumber, whatever it is, we're going to give you a list of how many possible sites you could be listed on. So for example, for a restaurant, that might be 49. And then we're going to break it down even further as to how many are accurate, how many have possible errors, how many are not even found on at all. Then we're going to get into some competition. So this is where you can actually track up to 3 competitors. You can put in your competitor's name and track some essential information and compare yourself to your competitors. And then there's recent mentions. So for example, if someone mentions your business online, you'll actually be alerted. So whether that's a blog or some other site, you want to know what's being said about you online. So now let's get into the more specifics, and let's start with the review section. So this is where, again, if this were a real business, this would pull in every single one of my reviews since I've been in business, since I've been on the internet. It's going to pull in all of your reviews. It's going to give you an average star rating, so from all of your review sites combined, and it's going to give you an industry average as well. So again, just comparing yourself to what the industry is. And then we're going to show you your total number of reviews. So like I talked about before, you might have 1,000 on Facebook, 500 on Google, 300 on Yelp. This is going to show you what, again, the industry average is in terms of total reviews. So how do you stack up? Are you getting consistently new reviews or no? And then it's going to show your rating breakdown. So, how many 5-star reviews, 4, 3, 2, 1, and how many no ratings. Some sites do not give you a rating. So, again, a pretty comprehensive breakdown of all of your reviews. Now, not only is it going to break down the total number of reviews and what your average is, it's going to show you every single review that comes in, and you're going to be alerted anytime a new review comes in. So you would actually be able to click a button, and it would very easily take you to that review site to be able to respond. So you can actually respond directly through this dashboard, making it super easy to, again, be alerted on your phone that you have a new review that came in, click a button, and you'll be able to respond. So trying to make it as easy as possible, and it's really essential that you are responding to all these reviews because so many businesses neglect that. They're just on these review sites, but they really have no idea what's being said about them, and they're not taking action, being proactive, and actually responding to reviews. So if you're not doing that, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to get referrals, to build customer loyalty. If someone takes the time to leave you a review, the least you can do is thank them for that. And if it's a negative review, the least you can do is try and make things right. So, again, just kind of 101 basics, to be completely honest, in this day and age. And then we go into the listings. So let's break this down. And I talked about the listings and what that is, but now let's take it even further. So again, this is just obviously a fake address, but let's take a look. We have all of these sites that I mentioned before. So I mentioned that in our category, our business category, we identified up to 49 sites that we could be on, like OpenTable, right, Zomato. And it's going to show you whether you're actually on them, what's correct, what's incorrect, and you can actually take action as well. So let's go through. I mean, you can see there's so many sites out there. The more you're listed on, the better it's going to be for your local SEO. This is like a crucial step that so many businesses don't realize, that it's not so much about, thinking, oh, how many people actually go to super pages to look at my business information? Probably not a lot. But the more sites you're listed on, the better it's going to be for your local SEO, and the more you're going to dominate over your competitors. And that's really what it comes down to. And that's the whole goal, is you want to be, as you want to have is, when someone types in a restaurant or whatever, you want to dominate that local search. So this is an easy way to do that a lot of people don't realize. And if the information is incorrect, like some of these where it'll say listing found with possible errors, it's going to hurt your local SEO, because now there's inconsistencies. So you're not going to actually benefit as much as you could if that information were all synced up and all correct. So you want to take a look at this and make sure that all that business information is correct. Especially on the important sites like Google, Yahoo, all the search engines. Obviously, you want to make sure that's 100% accurate. But some of the lesser known ones, they can provide huge results for you, not just by people going to them, but what it can do for your local SEO. And then we talk about the competition. Now, this is where I could actually add up to 3 competitors. And I can see, then I can also add up to 3 service categories. So what that means is, for example, what do I want to be known for? Someone goes to Google and types in, restaurants, Italian food, or if I'm a plumber, I want to be, I want to come up when someone searches for plumbers or water heater or boiler, whatever it is. You can add up to 3. You can add up to 3 competitors and see how you compare to your competitors on Google for those search terms. So they break it down into 100%. So you can see, 25% you might come up for, you might dominate 25% for restaurants. Your competitors might dominate 50%, which means they're doing about twice as much in terms of SEO for that category. So it basically comes down to how much you're going to come up over your competitors in certain search terms, or how much your competitors are going to come up over you. So again, just more information to have to know the areas in your business that you can focus on and provide you better results. So that's all this is this is all about getting you as much information as possible in some of the areas you might not even be thinking about. And then we go into the social media aspect. And this is where, again, you can track your competitors' social media as well as yours and see how you compare. So comparing in terms of new followers, is your competitor getting new followers at a rapid pace and you're kind of at a snail's pace, barely getting 1 or 2 a month? Again, something to keep an eye on. What are they doing that they're getting so many new followers in your local area compared to you? And all these things, as you get this information, it's just going to help you formulate an action plan, which is the next step. But this really is the first step, is just getting that information and knowing what's being said about you online and how you're comparing to your competitors. So then we get into the reporting. So this was, again, a test that we did months ago. And you get this cool little report every month that shows you your results. So if I were a real business, maybe I started out down here in terms of my listing accuracy. I would be at an F. And each month I get this report, I would see my listings being corrected and growing in terms of search results. So I would start to, a D, and then I'm up to a C, which is the industry average. Then I'm at a B, and then I'm at an A. And that's the whole goal, is to consistently, correct that information. It doesn't happen overnight, but just consistently doing a little bit better every day to build your online presence. And then all of a sudden, you're going to realize you're the one dominating over your local competition. So again, then we break it down even further. So you could see exactly, what sites are being updated, what's, becoming correct, what still might have possible errors, and you can take action on that. Citations, that refers to when sites list your business. So for example, if I were writing a blog and I actually mention your business, or an online newspaper, or whatever it is, somewhere online I mention your business, you want to know about that, because again, that's going to help. The more you're listed online, the more people talk about you, the better it is. The better it's going to help your local SEO. And then reviews, again, it's going to show you, for example, where you started off, how many new reviews you're averaging, what your average rating is, making sure that you're responding to the reviews, and then your social media. So you can track exactly how your social media is building, how you're comparing to your competitors, and your competition, your share of that local voice. So when we talked about, on the search results, am I showing up over my competitors for certain search terms? You'll be able to see that, track your progress in that as well. So I hope that was informative for you. I hope that it just gives you some ideas as to what you should be focusing on in terms of your online reputation. And if it's something you've never even thought about, that could be a possibility too. So if you have any questions, reach out in the comments. Feel free to ask questions. Reach out to us if you need anything. As always, hope you have an awesome day.